shop, health food store. Okay, the herbal shop sounds weird. All right, so it seems like everybody and their mama trying to get up in here today. It must be there is a new moon coming, so if you know, you know. But anyway, um, and it's it's a Saturday, so it seems like they do really well for themselves. Like sometimes I wonder when I drive by here, um, and I kind of don't want to say it now because it seems like they're doing really good for themselves. Like they can afford to be closed on certain days and just be like whatever. Um, but yeah, some days I drive by here and they're closed, and it makes me like worry for them, but apparently not because yeah, I'm sitting here right now. I'm seeing like I it's a space that is like I can't even describe how big the space is. Small, but it's filled to the rim with things that they've ordered or special ordered, and been a I haven't even been in here for like 10 minutes and there was already a steady stream of half a dozen people just walking through. And the one thing that I can't help but to be nosy, but a lot of the people who were coming in were asking for things that I'm about to mention right now, for the reasons, because usually what they do, they'll come in. I do my searches differently, but a lot of people come in and they're asking the folks in there because they're experts. Like, what do you get for this? What do you get for that? Or, whatever ailment or condition that they're doing, feeling or whatever. I tend to do the opposite, only because I don't necessarily have the ailments. I get curious about the plants or the botanicals themselves. So I tend to look up things by the botanical because I grew up in an environment that I was aware of certain things, being curious about certain plants and things like that. So I kind of, tend to look it up by by the plant itself, versus, oh, I got a stomach ache, or oh, my toe hurts, or something random like that. Sorry, I'm getting all kinds of notifications. So I was already on the hunt for certain things as I'm re-upping my apothecary of like my medicine chest, my war chest here, because it's getting to be the season of like colds and flus, and I'm worried about all these like tariffs, and I'm worried about like the healthcare system. There's a lot of stuff that's going down, and I think a lot of folks need to just start getting themselves together, having their own like home remedies. And I'd still want to do a video about um, how the USDA, Department of Agriculture, and the FDA, and how they came into being, and how they've turned people into thinking that home remedies don't work when they actually do. They just can't make money off of them. Okay? Because some of the stuff you can grow in your backyard. I live in Atlanta, so there's a lot of health, like myself, health and wellness folk are just steady streaming through here. And like I said, I've only been in this parking lot for, or even at the store for like 15 minutes, and I was like, oof, I got to come in there knowing what I want, because I just can't. Sometimes I do like to just drift in there and just see what's available, but I definitely came knowing what I wanted. But as I said, I noticed that there was a common theme of people who were coming in there asking the folks who own the place, because it seems like, they are the ones that are, it's a mom and pop. I love them, support mom and pops everywhere out there. They're asking them like, what's good for blah, blah, blah. Um, and it seems like the answer is the bitters. Okay. So let me tell you what the benefits of having bitters. Now it says what it says. It's bitter. So a lot of these botanicals have a bitter taste. Okay, I'm not naming any one in particular, but I'm just gonna say the benefits of eating more bitters, and that's yet another part of it all. Today I was looking for greens at the farmer's market. I didn't see any, so hopefully I'll see some later, maybe tomorrow, to get some mustard greens. Okay, just FYI, just throwing that out there. But anyway, so greens are good for your digestive support system. It helps you digest. Okay. Um, you can have bitters before you eat. My mom recently told me last week that she's been taking more apple cider vinegar, which I just have in my diet anyway all the time. And she lost 20 pounds. She's in her 70s, y'all. So she lost 20 pounds easily. She didn't do anything extra that I could tell that she said that she did, except for that. And it leads to this as well. It cuts down on the sweet tooth that a lot of people tend to have. And the food industry, especially in the United States, bank on you having a sweet tooth. In fact, they have cultivated a lot of the food products out there to make you crave fat and sugar and salt. Okay? So having more bitters helps control that sweet tooth and regulates your blood sugar. Okay? Then it's good for liver health, because your liver is that organ that filters out everything that is toxic coming into your body, on your skin, breathing in. It's your liver that helps you detox. So you want to support your liver, because even if you are eating healthy, you still got to breathe the air. You still, have what, like if you take a shower or a bath, you still got to deal with the chemicals that are there. So you still have to strengthen your liver. So again, the bitters do that. And then overall detoxification. So whether you're doing detoxes, so again, I'm seeing more people just come into this parking lot. It's like steady stream. Like, shout out to these guys. Like this health food store, like I said, I guess I was not feeling too bad because they could afford to not be open every day. Because they're getting their money today, honey. But like I said, so overall detoxing. I want to support them, but I'm at the same time, I'm like, I don't need everybody and their mama. Like, see again, like that three other people just came up and they are busy. Yes, I want to support it's a mom and pop shop, if anybody's out there asking, but I'm jealous. No, not jealous. I want to gatekeep, but not really. I shouldn't gatekeep. But yeah, so overall detoxification. So whether you have sometimes when you are malaise or developing like a rash or a skin condition or some kind of infection, yeah, you've got to release whatever's in your body. Your body is like this big, this is how I see it. Sometimes our bodies are big sponges. Takes in like what's going on outside of us. We get affected by it, whether you get like I said, rashes, infections, cognitive disorders, you're fat. And I've done a video on this before. People aren't fat because they eat too much. They're actually protecting their body from the toxins. So when a lot of people lose weight, their body insulated a lot of the toxins that they have accumulated from eating overprocessed foods. So that's why sometimes people end up getting really sick as they start to lose weight. It's not because they're starving. It's because the toxins are now being released. So they also have to detox as well, as well as weight loss measures that they need to do. So usually when people ask me like, how do you lose weight? And then, I tell them certain things, and then they say, well, I feel horrible. It's like, maybe I shouldn't. Like, no, it's the toxins. Your fat encapsulated a lot of these unhealthy things that should not have been in your body in the first place. That was the only thing it could do. So it's time to also detox as you lose weight. So having the bitters helps, along with releasing the fat. Okay, the bitters. So whatever it is, the bitters that you choose, because there's different ones out there. There's thousands of them. I'll tell you what I got as far as like a bitter, because I'm now into it a little bit more. Soursop. I was gonna get some from the farmer's market, but right now I'm still taking it as a tincture. So I got a tincture soursop only because I can put it in any drink I want, and just be like whatever. And I also got some, and these aren't the other thing I got is not a bitter, but I'm trying to cover the brand. So soursop. Okay. Um, and then I got an adaptogen that I know I needed, on deck. Again, trying to cover up. And these aren't necessarily, I wouldn't consider these bitters, but they're adaptogens. This is ashwagandha, that everybody now is into, that kind of thing. And then I got lemon balm. I love lemon balm. It keeps me chilled, keeps my brother chill. Lemon balm. There you go. I also got some lemon balm tea. Again, this is for my brother. It's upside down, I know. Lemon balm tea. So that's all I got while in there. So, but yeah, this health food store I really like a lot, and I'm glad when I see it's open, I come in here. Because it's not always open, and now I know why, because they're always busy. Oh my goodness, like, shout out to them, because yeah, and new moon is coming. So again, if you know, the new moon is coming, and we all are trying to prepare ourselves to be our best selves. I'll just say that. And getting ready for the new season. Again, if you know, you know. With that, I'm going to say take care out there. Light candles. Do your baths. Do your whatever. Your affirmations and all the things. All right. Take care. Bye. The bitters. Invest.